Oh, we've got a few jumping
now.
now. Good.
Okay, Tim, I'm making you the host. And if you just want to put everybody on mute, if you can. Okay, Tim.
How do I mute everybody on here?
Just go to.
Oh, they are anyway, apart from mute. Okay. Okay, perfect. Welcome everybody to PlusToken. My name is Tim Mandeville. As Duncan was just letting you guys know, how we came into being was through being involved in the same company with Impact 101, myself here with Maria doing stuff in Australia. And I thought, I'd reach out to Duncan as he's a leader there, and we'll have a chat and see what you guys are working on and what we're working on, and see how we can do things with each other's teams and that, because it's always a good way to network, and hence why we're now talking about PlusToken. To tell you a little bit about my background, I've been involved quite heavily now in crypto for the last 4 years. I do trade on Bitcoin and the altcoin exchanges in my spare time, and I guess sort of really 2.5 years ago, or 3 years ago almost, I got involved in buying Bitcoin when it was under $1,000, and watched it rise up to 20,000. And during that time, I got involved in a multitude of ICOs that very few came to fruition. And then as Bitcoin started coming down, all the lending platforms with the big craze at the time that were offering 1 or 2% return on your money per day. So everybody was jumping into that, and they ended up also closing down and scamming everybody of their monies, including a team that I built up here in Australia with $2.5 million US under it, of which mine and my partners had wallets of nearly 600,000. So that was a massively painful experience to go through. But like all of these things at the time, as hurtful as they are, there's always something good that comes out of them. And what good came out of them was that over the last 18 months, the crypto space has changed dramatically. And it is very hard now to involve yourself in a scam if you keep to some basic rules. And if those rules aren't met, don't get involved, because you will lose your money and have it taken from you. So the rules are very simple. The first, you need to know who the owners are of any company that you're going to invest in. You need to know who the development team are, and that they've got a proven track record. You need to understand the technology that is in playing and the visibility of it, so that you can see it on the blockchain and that sort of stuff. You need to have, or when you put your funds in, you need to have access to those funds, and should you wish, be able to remove them instantaneously. And they're really the main things that you need to have in place. And if you come across any opportunity and one of those main 5 things are not there, don't get involved, because something will go wrong. So what happened was, this opportunity, PlusToken, came about, and I will explain to you in the presentation a little bit more about it, and why it is so good for all of those who have been hurt, but also for the new people into the crypto space. I am tonight going to try and see if our video links work, and I will, as we have all got our videos off, hopefully we will be able to function that way. So welcome. PlusToken, it's about the technology, the transparency, and the names of the people that are involved. All critical things that you need to be fully aware of. Our mobile app pays you between 8 and 12% per month to hold your crypto in your own wallet. Okay, so it's pretty much like a bank. You have a bank account, you have your passwords, you have your mnemonics to reset your account should you lose your phone or drop it in the toilet or anything like that. It enables you to re-get another phone, put your wallet on it, and re-establish all the funds in it. The same as if you lose your bank card, you walk into the bank and get a replacement card because you can prove who you are and your bank account details, etc., etc. And crypto works exactly the same way. So, who are we? This is my first question. Who is behind PlusToken? Okay, so this chap here is one of the owners, and he is the lead tech of PlusToken. Ronald I has a 25-year background. You can go onto LinkedIn, you can look at him on his personal Facebook page, and you can read everything out there over the last 20 plus years on the man. So he is not invisible like a lot of people. Ronald's background is completely in blockchain, in mobile apps, and he, in the end of 2018, won the Innovative Blockchain Project of the Year at the World Blockchain Forum. And I will explain a little bit about that. And what he developed is this project here, BitBeta. It's a 4th generation blockchain, okay? It runs on mobile networks. So it's the first to do it, all right? And I will go into a little bit more about how all of that works in a minute, and just the huge opportunity that being able to have blockchain on your mobile phone is going to give us in the future. Now, the World Blockchain Forum, to tell you about that, its main offices are in New York, London, Dubai, Shenzhen, and in Singapore, okay? If you have not heard of the World Blockchain Forum, anything that wants to get launched on blockchain has to go through here, okay? Anything. So anybody's ICO, anybody's anything, it all gets presented here on the World Blockchain Forum first, okay? This man here, Sheng Zhao, he is the co-owner. He is also an owner and strategic marketing partner in PlusToken. So that's also very useful. And you can read all about this man. Now, let me tell you why PlusToken came into being and how it did, okay? Because about 1.5 years ago, this man here, Sheng Zhao, he identified a similar opportunity that came across his desk to be launched onto a normal blockchain, and it was called PlusToken. Again, it offered a smart wallet and the ability to do arbitrage trading using AI bots on the main exchanges to generate revenues, and the revenue profits would go into a reserve fund, and that reserve fund is linked to the token price, which increases the more money that goes into the bots and is traded and the more profit they make. So it's a very sustainable model, a 4-way model of how price is created. And they took PlusToken from 40 cents to $61. It sits at $86 at the moment in 14 months. Okay, so it's about 20,000% growth, which is phenomenal. But PlusToken has one big downside. Firstly, it doesn't have its own mainnet, so it's not on its own blockchain. Therefore, it can only function with this 4-way solution by using API keys through the exchanges, which then doesn't give you true visibility of your funds. They use what is called a ghost wallet, and the ghost wallet cannot show what your funds are at any given time. It can only roughly tell you what you've got there. So therefore, you don't really have control, and you certainly don't have the access that you need to be able to move stuff the way you do if you're in control of your own wallet. So this was first launched in Asia, in the Asia market in April, and then it was released to us in like Europe and the UK and Australia in September. And it was offered to me at that time, and it was $12 back then. And I turned it down because it didn't meet one of my criteria in terms of the funds, the access to the funds. And I thought, well, there's no way I'm doing it then. If I can't see what I've got and move what I want when I want, I'm not in. I don't care how good it's going to be, I'm not risking it. So I didn't get involved in PlusToken. So as soon as Ronald I won this award, this man here went up to him and said, Ronald, you and I are going into business together. You are going to set up this new token called PlusToken, because now we can make everything that we wanted PlusToken to be and more. Okay, because he has developed a mobile blockchain. So we have our mainnet. So we have 100% true visibility of all funds at all time, both on the Jarvis trading bots and in your own wallets. We know who the owners are at all times, this man and Ronald I. They all have proven track records. You have all the access pins, codes, and protection needed as well in your wallet to secure your funds. So your risk is very, 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 very minimal here, rather than quite high. So PlusToken, we basically launched on the 16th of April in like a pre-launch phase. I got told about it around then, but I didn't involve myself until the 23rd of April. Once after I'd done my due diligence, basically, I needed to have all my questions answered and go to the market and find out about all these people and what they did, and do my own investigating to make sure what I was doing was going to be right. By that, I mean, I didn't go onto Google and type in, is PlusToken a scam? And then listen to some idiot YouTuber that gets paid $2.50 every time somebody clicks his link, because that's not research. Okay, so you need to look up the names of these people, look at their backgrounds. That's research, not listen to somebody else that's getting paid to tell you it isn't. All right, because that will do you no good at all. So we launched at our 30 cents. And the rest, as they say, is going to be history. We are currently, our official launch was just 2 weeks ago on the 12th of May, where we launched in Bangkok at the 30 cents, and we are currently sat at 38. So we have gone up about 25% in value in our first 2 weeks, which is fantastic for all of us that were receiving our tokens at 30 cents, which is fantastic. So our unique technology consists of the Jarvis AI software, and this is currently sat on about 9 exchanges. On your mobile phone, on the PlusToken, you can look at the order history and watch the trading of this bot in process on our exchange. So you have visibility of what the bot is doing. On here, on the right-hand side, you have the projects or that you can involve your coins with Jarvis, okay? So at all times, you will have visibility of your funds here. So once it lands on the main wallet, you transfer it into Jarvis here on the right and lend it into the platform for it to trade, okay? And at all times, you can see what balance you've got in here. If you want to take your money out, you can do so instantly. You just swipe left, as it says down here, and click max, remove all your funds and take it out. If you do that within the first 30 days of loaning it into the system, you will lose 8.5%, okay? Thereon after, there's no charges to remove your funds apart from the normal transaction fees on blockchain to move it backwards and forwards from wallets, which is about $1.50. It's peanut money, really. Normally, I would show the videos. I'm just not going to risk it because it just crashes the whole presentation for some reason. I don't have particularly strong Wi-Fi here, and I think it just sets it off. But both of these little videos you can see on our Facebook page anyway. So I am going to quickly go past both of those. Okay, part of our future revenue streams are we have a cloud branded payment card, so a tap and go card that is coming out, and your 16-digit login pin is placed on here. All right. We also have a MasterCard debit card coming as well, and I'll explain how that's working and how you can actually get one of those now. But these cards are very simple. If you want to withdraw cash, you just pair it with your phone. So you use the camera feature on the back of your phone. You scan the little chip in here and log it into your card. And then you transfer whatever funds that you're holding in your wallet onto here, take it down to your local ATM and withdraw cash. And that's what this demonstration actually shows is happening. But I won't let that happen either. So our ecosystem, okay, with PlusToken, they are a one-trick pony because all they can offer is the arbitrage trading because of the limitations not being on their own blockchain, etc., etc. What we are going to have is probably 4 main revenue generators into the company. We have arbitrage trading through our Jarvis AI bot. Now, because of the transparency that we have, Ronald I has come out and said, we're just letting you know, but our bot has a maximum amount of money that it can cope with at any one time to function normally. And that amount is about 25 million US dollars per exchange per pair that it trades through. And once we get to that level, we will have to have another bot in place, which might be called Peterbot or anything, who knows. So there will be a second bot and then a third bot, etc. So new people joining maybe in 6 months' time will not be joining Jarvis, they will be joining the new branded bot that will also be on the same exchanges to ensure the longevity and the regular working of our arbitrage system. For those of you sort of whoever's just come on, can you just mute yourself? Can somebody just mute themselves? Hang on. Right. Stay muted. Okay, so we have our arbitrage. So just to explain more on arbitrage trading, it's 100% risk-free. These are artificial intelligent bots that are set up to buy at a price on one exchange and sell at a profit on another. They are doing tens of thousands of transactions per second, okay, faster than you and I could even think. So they cannot lose. So it's a risk-free method of trading, and one that your bank actually does with your money, but they just choose to pay you about 1% a year. And that's how they make the obscene amounts of profits that they do, because all of your deposits go into their trading, and then they have all their artificial bots trading on the stock markets around the world, making themselves fortunes with your money. We have intelligent finance coming. I'll explain a little bit on that along with the payment method. So we have our tap and go, and we have our MasterCard credit card. All of those things are in place. And what the company is going to say to you, for example, is you will be entitled to receive your tap and go card, as we all will, very, very shortly. We can get those. Anybody that was at the launch has already got them. And anybody that is wanting the MasterCard will have to be at a certain level within the company, but also they are going to offer you a revenue stream from the transaction fees. And they will say to you, for example, okay, if you've got, let's say, 10,000 cloud tokens in your wallet, we will pay you 50% of all transaction fees in your team moving forward. And that way, the other half will go into the lending platform and again, go towards the profits and increase the value of the token. The other area is they are going to have a premium section within the company. Now, I don't know what the exact amount is, but they might say, would you like to be a premium member with us? And if you keep, let's say, 100,000 tokens on our system, we will give you access to our Jarvis bot, and you can trade with it on your own exchanges using your API keys. Now, let me tell you something. That will make you horrendous amounts of money, because this system is quite amazing. And if it's going to do the trading for you on all of your exchanges, expect to make huge monies from having that ability of trading. So there's lots of longevity there. The fourth area is as a mobile payment method. And that is going to work. There's a what's the word I'm looking for? In Asia, called it's called WeChat, and it is like a mobile payment gateway. It's a chat forum. It's lots of things, but it's massively controlled and it needs to be updated. And effectively what they are going to do is put WeChat through PlusToken onto the mobile blockchain as a payment method. Now, traditional blockchain works very simply, like you and I are trading money, and we have a witness to that, and that witness goes through a mining setup to say, yes, I paid you, and you say, yes, I received the money, and this is all done in milliseconds. But the reality in the world today is that, unfortunately, that method costs a lot to actually achieve and is also extremely slow. 8 transactions per second on the Bitcoin network, which you can't function that way. To put that into perspective, Visa and MasterCard are able to do around 500,000 transactions per second. Okay, that's roughly what they're doing around the world with those two capabilities. Now, Ronald I has been able to surpass that massively with what he has developed with cloud tokens payment thing. Each one of us that has a mobile phone is acting like a miner and a transaction confirmation system and a payment system. So there is a little video that you can see on the website that's about 6 or 7 minutes long that shows how it all works. But basically, if we have, let's say, 1,000 people with their cloud token app, we can transact 22,500 transactions per second with 1,000 people activated. So if we have 1 million people activated, we can do 22.5 million transactions per second. That's 20 million more than Visa and MasterCard. So this is going to be a global, worldwide mobile payment system for the world, especially in third world countries. So you can imagine how huge an opportunity this is going to be. And the only way this is going to work, people will have to have cloud token to do that. So as our uptake takes up, so will our token price and everything else. And you guys are in at ground level, like 2 weeks in from our launch. We've gone up, to that 37, 38 cents. will be $38 soon, then 100. So all of your tokens you're getting now are going to be worth significantly more money, the same as PlusToken, but we've got a way greater future than that. So our future really is down to these people here. They were all at our launch on May the 12th, and so were a lot of our business partners that were all involved. It wasn't a big hoo-ha. You can go onto the website and listen to people like Ronald, who gave, you know, an educated 1-hour demonstration of all of the cloud tokens capabilities. The other great thing, everything that I'm talking about is already developed. It's already there. It's already working and tested. Most of the people that come to the market, they say, give us 20 million and we'll go and build it. And then they run off with your money. So this stuff's already done. It's in place. So the more people that come on, the more bits can be released, and we move to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage. All right. And as Duncan and Len and the others can verify, you know, the transparency is second to none. It really is from the top. You know, it is permanent.
And we'll be seeing you.
Isabel, could you please go?
So much love, and thank you guys for staying on and for making the time to sit through this live. And thank you, Ryan, for your gift. Thank you, Source.
Isabel, could you mute yourself, please? Thank you. So, our launch event, yes, was May the 12th. I think it's frozen my screen. I will try again. So why cloud token? When companies launch and go to market, they have several options open to them about how they get their product out there and the awareness out there and people to buy it. And they can do that in several ways. The first is with a very expensive marketing company if they want to, you know, launch it worldwide. You know, tens of millions to be outlaid to do that sort of stuff. The second way, if they have products, is they go through multi-level marketing and they go to specific groups that have got networks of people, and you have to buy those products normally in bulk, and then you sell them through your network and you earn the commissions from doing that. And finally, there's through affiliate marketing, where you get paid to promote services such as these, and you get commissions on your levels of people that you introduce and who they introduce, etc. So the useful or the good thing about us is that you don't have any packages to buy. Okay, the wallet is free to download and put on your app. All right, there are no membership fees to pay at all, ever. There are no monthly auto ships like you have to do with all of the multi-level marketing companies. In order to sustain monies every month, you have to buy their products every single month, normally on auto ship. There are no contracts, very important. The other thing, you have full control of your funds and your coins 24 hours a day. You can take them off of your own wallet that you hold 24 hours a day if you no longer want to keep them there. You earn passively without sponsoring. This is a massive thing for people, because in any network marketing or multi-level marketing, in order for you to succeed, you have to sell to someone, and you have to get them to sell to someone else, and that's how you build your team. With this, you don't have to tell anyone. You can just do this yourself. If you, let's say, have 1 Bitcoin, you can put it onto the cloud token wallet. You will receive about 65 cloud tokens a day from them forever, and you will succeed. Okay, and you haven't had to share this with anyone. And that's really good, because a lot of people struggle with having to share to family and friends, or they've got a very small network of people. And now they can just do these little things themselves and actually win, which is fantastic. Our revenues are generated from our arbitrage trading and also the ones that I've just discussed with you. And our token has the potential to increase in value 100-fold over the next 12 months. It'll do that inside 6. So that's from our 30 cents to $30. Okay. And you know, it's going to be way higher than that. Now, for those of you who want to share this with some people, the company has an affiliate program. So they're prepared to incentivize you to share this with other people, and they'll reward you when you do. Okay, very similar to multi-level marketing or network marketing. However, as an income disclaimer, Cloud Token will not and cannot guarantee that you will make levels of income, and that you accept the risk that the earnings and incomes differ by individual. Somebody obviously might go out and recruit 100. Somebody else might recruit 2. So the level of income is going to be completely different. As with any business, your results may vary and will be based on your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and level of desire to win and promote and work hard with this opportunity. There are no guarantees concerning the level of success you may experience, and everyone's success depends on their dedication, desire, and motivation. Okay? So, how does it work? How do we get paid? So, we deposit into your account. You just transfer it into the Jarvis bot, and you will receive 8 to 12% monthly on your capital. So your 1 Bitcoin comes in, for example, you put it into the Jarvis bot. Let's say it earns 0.1 of a Bitcoin a day, which is, let's call it $100. That $100 goes into the reserve fund, and they pay you the equivalent cloud tokens of $100 into your wallet at 37.9 cents that it currently sits at today. Okay, that's how it works. Every single day, you receive your rewards for however much you've got in there. And you can withdraw or cancel at any time. So that's really how it works. If the token increases 10 times, so if it goes from the 30 cents to $3 and you have 500 tokens in there, you've now got tokens that are worth $1,500 that at the time you were receiving there, and they were only $3 each. So $300. So that, you know, your token value is going up as well as your rewards that you receive. Okay. The benefits of sharing. Well, they're really extremely good. In order to receive a sharing bonus, you need to have a minimum of $500 US in your wallet. Okay. We suggest to people to put in 550 or 600 US dollars worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum to allow for any fluctuation in the Bitcoin price, because if it drops under $500 worth with what you've put in there, you will lose that day of rewards. So it's important that you keep above that $500 minimum. Now, let's say you go and tell your best friend about it, and they say, okay, we want to jump on board. All right. What the company will then do is give you 100% matching bonus on the person who you've just brought on board. So if they put in their $500, which would, let's say, get them 10 tokens every day, you will also receive 10 tokens a day on top of what you are receiving for your own amount of money in there. 100%. Your friend also goes out and shares this with one person. Okay. They will then receive 100%, but you will also receive 50% of that second person. So you can see how this works. You're suddenly getting 5 extra tokens here and 2.5 extra tokens here, plus your 5. So from getting 5 a day, you're now getting 12.5 a day, just from sharing this. And it doesn't take very long when you start putting more and more people down. in order to get paid on your second level, you need to have 2 people in your business. All right. As we go through, the company will pay you right the way down to 21 levels deep, 5% in all of your other levels. But in order to do that, you need to have people in your first line. So if you share this with 5 people, personally, yourself, you are going to get paid down to 5 levels deep. All right. So it's pretty spectacular. I'm not sure how long their reward program will run. PlusTokens is still running. Ours will probably run maybe a year, maybe even longer, until they reach a level that they're happy with in adoption. Then they will no longer need to incentivize people to join it, because the company won't need to give people money to join it. People would just be joining it because of the mobile app, because of the arbitrage trading, and because everybody knows about it. Okay, so again, great opportunity to get in at the ground level now. So hypothetical accumulation of cloud token over 10 months. Let's just say that you went out there and you found 5 people, and those 5 people also found 5, and you each had put in about $1,000 each. That amount would probably get you over 10 months around 20,000 cloud tokens in your wallet. All right. So at various prices, you'll be receiving from 30 cents, 35 cents, 40 cents, etc. Let's assume that the price of the token goes up to $10. All right. Your 2 or 20,000 tokens that you've accrued there are going to be worth $200,000 US to you. All right. So it's a huge amount of money, considering you probably put $1,000 into, to achieve that. And there are people that are earning that amount already per day, and some double and triple that per day with the teams that they are building. That's how quickly our adoption is growing. We are already at 250,000 people on board in 2 and a bit weeks. All right, because this is such a fantastic and world-breaking opportunity that we've got in front of us. The demo, again, I won't play this because it will just crash the presentation, but this is the front screen of your wallet. When you first log in, you have a project section here that you click on to select the Jarvis bot to loan your funds to. Your returns button here, when you click that, will show how many cloud tokens you have. This figure here will show you what the current value of those tokens are based on this price here. So when we launched, it was 30 cents. Today, it's 37.9. Okay, so that would save probably $54 or something like that. All right. And this figure here is telling you what you are receiving roughly in US dollars daily from your contribution and your downline contribution. And then it just runs through a couple of other bits on your levels here, shows you your total team levels and your personal levels of people that you have brought in. So that's it in terms of our opportunity. It's an extremely good one. And if you guys have got some questions that you would like to ask me, then feel free to unmute yourself and ask anything that you might need to know. Perfect. Silence.
Hello, Tim.
Okay, thanks for coming. Bye-bye.
Whoa, whoa. Nina here, Tim.
Nina, hi.
Hello. Hi. Well, that was a bit mind-blowing. Absolutely fantastic, really. I understand the arbitrage trading. I've done a little bit of that before, so I know how that works.
Yeah.
And I like the bit where you mentioned that you can withdraw at any time.
That's critical.
Yes, critical. So if,
you need to be able to see your funds at all times, which you can. So you can check them on the blockchain, you know, on blockchain.io. So you can put in your wallet details and it will show you that they're existing on the public exchange. So you have full visibility of your funds at all times.
Okay. Well, that's a safeguard, isn't it, really? Which is...
It's a huge one. And with your mnemonics, you can, like if the app was to shut down at the moment, using your mnemonics, you could go on there and retrieve your funds with those. But
Okay.
we will have the private keys available to us for the super wallet that's on the front. I would imagine we're no more than 2 weeks away, because Ronald I has come out and said that he is going to disable anybody who has not got their 2FA authenticator activated on their PlusToken wallet. And the reason is quite simple. If you guys have heard of something called a phishing site, people are very clever. So they could create a website that's identical to PlusTokenWallet.com, and you wouldn't tell that you're actually logging into the wrong thing. You will put your passwords and codes in there, and they will steal all your funds because you do not have your Google Authenticator activated. And that is your safeguard, because you have your 2FA authenticator on your phone. And those codes are changing every 60 seconds. And you have to put those into the PlusToken app in order to withdraw any monies that you want out of there. That's your fund safeguard. And some people are being too blasé about it and not setting it up. So Ronald came out yesterday and said he is going to disable all accounts that have not got their 2FA sorted out until they do, so that he can give us all our private keys for those wallets.
So that's 100%, is it, Tim, on that authenticator to stop that happening?
Yeah, yeah. We all have Google Authenticator now, so you cannot withdraw funds out of that wallet unless you put your 6-digit number in that is changing every 60 seconds.
Oh gosh,
that's how it is right now, but there are people out there that have not activated it. So he's going to disable their accounts until they do, because he will not give us private keys out until that is there, because otherwise some site will, you'll think you're logging in and you're not, and they'll ask you for these keys and everything else to confirm your identity and blah, 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 and you'll think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And the next thing, you've lost all your codes, all your monies because of because you've got no 2FA protection on there.
I see.
So that's why it's there. So Ronald's had enough of asking. Now he's telling you what he's going to do.
Okay.
So I would say pretty soon now, maybe over the weekend, anybody that's not done that is going to find their account switched off. And they won't be able to switch it on again until they go in and activate their Google code. And then once that's done, he will then release all the private keys to everyone. And he said that yesterday in writing on our Facebook forum, on the company's website.
Thank you. Can I ask a silly question? What does BOT stand for?
Do you know what? I don't know whether that's an acronym or an abbreviation. It's just they're all like, it's like robot. Yeah.
What was that?
Just robot.
I think it is.
It's like a robot.
Oh, okay.
Artificial intelligent robot. An AI bot.
Okay, thanks.
And these things trade tens of thousands of transactions a minute.
Got it.
Like, it's huge. There's a demo on the website where you can see this screen of numbers falling down, and they're all transactions that are going on with the bot.
Right.
Per second. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Ooh, a lot to take in. Very interesting. Thank you.
No, there is, and that, you know, it really is a great opportunity because it's mobile, and you know, the more people that have the wallet, the more transactions per second they can do, and the faster the speed becomes, rather than the slower everything becomes. And it's all free. So, you know, there's a lot of third world countries that don't have bank accounts. They don't have anything. They've got no way to transact. And this is going to enable them to do it. They all managed to find a mobile phone, by the way, but they're not allowed to have bank accounts and the rest of it. And this is a perfect way to do that. And it will also, it's a peer-to-peer transaction facility. That enables you to bring your crypto into mainstream living to buy whatever you want.
Yeah, sure. How long have you been in, Tim? Well, obviously not very long.
I started on the 23rd of April. I'm more than happy to show you my accounts, as I do to everyone. I currently have, there we go, about 11,500 cloud tokens. I received currently, today I received just under 490 tokens, half from my, or some of that from my own. I have, as I said to you, I've done my due diligence on the system and everything, and my partner and I have we have 2.1 Bitcoin on there that is currently worth 18,300 US dollars, so about 25,000 Australian. I have personally sat in my wallet on the bot that generates me about 140 cloud tokens per day. And that's how confident I am in the system, because if I'm not, I can take my money back right now. It'll take me 5 seconds to move my money off of here and back onto my Trezor. So I'm in total control of everything. And there are people on there that have got, you know, 10 Bitcoins and 50 Bitcoins. You know, there's some other levels within the company where people are earning 50,000 tokens a day.
Gosh.
You know, there's serious money being put in here because it's such a huge opportunity. As you can imagine, you know, my 500 tokens that I receive today at 30 cents. So I'm receiving a residual income at $187 a day at the moment, US, but that's at 37 cents. So when they're $37, that's 18,000 a day that the tokens I've got today are worth in 2 months' time, whenever it's.
Gosh, amazing.
And that'll be $100. So, you know, this is going to make many people millionaires. Let me tell you, like if you end up with 10,000 tokens on your account and we get to $100, which we will, you've just made yourself $1 million US.
Wow.
Just think of it that way.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of people become millionaires here. A huge amount.
I'm sure. And the fact that you've been stung before.
Massively.
Makes you very rare of like.
600,000 US dollars is no laughing matter, I can tell you. And there are some people I know, well, one person that took their life over losing their money. A lot of people did with BitConnect. They ran off with $10 billion. That's what they stole from people.
God.
It was a frightening situation for everyone.
Why didn't people draw out from their wallets then to save that sort of thing happening?
Because what they made you do that's different here at the time was that you had to, when you put your Bitcoin in, you had to sell it into their token and then put their token into the exchange. You never got visibility of their trading bot. They were just paying you 1% or 1.2 or whatever per day, and then you'd earn the same from your teams. And it wasn't very long before you could build a team. As I say, I got $2.5 million under me in about 4 months.
Right.
And we were receiving, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 US dollars per day, but we were just all lending it straight back in.
Yes.
Because in a year's time, it would be worth millions. And everybody was thinking the same thing, but they were just taking all the Bitcoins and then they just disappeared overnight.
God.
With everybody's money. And people lost their houses, loans.
Yeah. Shocking.
So that's why you have those rules. And, I followed them, which is why I ended up in Impact 101 with Duncan, because we pay a small fee to use the company's technology for 6 months. and the movement of funds for donations and projects is peer-to-peer. It's me loaning money to you. I'm in control of the money. Nothing goes to the company. They can't take it. So therefore, you're in control and you're not going to get scammed of your money. This is exactly the same thing. You're in control. It's your wallet. You can do whatever you want with it. The company can't touch it.
Yes, I see. Yes, I've got it. Thank you, Tim.
So you've got the safety there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tim. Anybody else got any questions? Now's your chance.
No, another excellent presentation, Tim. Thank you very much indeed.
That's okay, Len. Good to see some new people on. Do any of the new people that are on here, do you guys have any questions, or are you on?
Caroline, are you okay?
It doesn't matter how sort of
Can you hear me?
silly you might think it is or anything, just ask it, because you're new, and it's always good to ask now to those of us that have been here for a while, and we can definitely help.
Okay. So
Yes, we can hear you, Caroline.
Okay, I fixed my computer then. Hi. Yes, there was once you've registered, which I think I did yesterday with the Jarvis AI Jarvis. How long before things start to show up, because it's not showing up?
About
24 to 48 hours.
Oh,
They do 3 payment runs in a 24-hour period, dependent on the time of day that you join. So you will probably receive your first tokens in there tomorrow.
Okay.
When you log in. So tomorrow morning UK time, when you log in, you'll have tokens in there. So when you go onto your home page now, you need to click on the second tab across that says returns, and it will then show you your cloud token in there for however much money you put in. You're roughly getting about 6 per $500 US. So if you put 1,000 US in there, you're going to get about 10 or 11 cloud tokens.
I think you'll probably see yours today, Caroline.
Okay. It's just that every time I go to that one, it says there is no transactions yet. But I'll just hold on. And also, I don't know if
you've got your wallet there, Caroline, just open your wallet.
Yeah.
The payment, you're in the UK, aren't you? So after 4 o'clock this afternoon is the update in the UK. So if you click in maybe at 4:30 this afternoon, you should see it. So on your thing there, it says project manager. The second one there says returns. Can you see that?
Yes.
Press that, and then it puts up, it'll say CTO, and then however many tokens you've got, and then underneath that it says revenue history, and it will show you what your daily returns are in there.
Well, that's the thing. Now I'm going to ask a really stupid question. Do you have to have internet connection for this to be working? Because mine always says nothing. But
when did you fund your account?
Last night. So
could you tell
15 hours ago.
And who did you join under, Duncan or Len or?
Duncan. And I got I think I connected correctly to Jarvis, and then it ticked a box.
Right. I'll be able to tell you now. On your home page there at the top, there are 3 lines. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Press on that for me.
Yeah.
Right at the very top, you've got a 16-digit number. Can you tell me your last 4 digits?
7337.
7337. Partners. What are your last 4, Duncan? 49, is it 4918?
Yes.
Hi Tim, it's Keris here. I have to go, but thanks very much for your good presentation.
That's okay, my pleasure. We're going to be doing these on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning UK time, and then on a Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
for
lovely.
Those that can't.
Thanks very much.
That's okay.
I suppose you might want to stop recording now, just in case this is probably not very useful for people listening.
We can do, yeah. Do you want to